Neil Morris, this evening was the Meet the Players event, and before the players came out we talked a little bit of shop with you and with Andy Costigan. The big point was the seats are going to be put in over the next 3 weeks. How big a step is that?
Well, I think it's an important step for the club, probably more than the supporters, because the club survives on bums on seats, and I think that's an important finishing touch. I mean, it's a difficult one, this, Richard. It's things I can't discuss with you. There has been a lot of contractual problems over the summer with the main contractor of the arena. We've managed to get to a point now where we've overcome those, and they've agreed to finish the project and put the seats in. It's far from satisfactory, but as long as we get those seats in before our season ticket holders require them, I think that's good enough. And I think sometimes you have to take a positive from a negative situation, and I think we're not far off having that arena finished now. The VIP bar's nearly finished, concessions nearly finished, all the main fit out for the Elite League changing rooms nearly done. Signs are going up on the outside of the building, believe it or not, and I can't say the company has nearly put the drainage in now. Well, that's absolutely fantastic as well. So I think we're going to have a finished building by the time we start playing. But there are some positives as well. I mean, let's look at the new TV production studio that's being built, which is really the reason why Channel M have given us our TV programme every week, the new magazine programme, which I think is really good news for us. That production studio probably finished in the next month. There's 18 52-inch plasma screens going in. I mean, our idea is to try and create a match night experience very similar to what we created in the early days at the 9X Arena. And I think if we can do that, and we have a team that played similar to last year, and Tony tells me this team will play better, I think we're going to have a great experience and a great night for everybody.
So onto the team themselves. You've met most of them for the first time this evening. What's your first impressions?
Well, my impressions are good. Obviously, I've met the guys over the last couple of days. They all seem like really nice guys, but let's be honest, that's not important. It's how well they play hockey. I think what Tony's done for me this year to help me out is I'm not a stats man. Most of the fans know that. You know this. He's graded them for me towards players that we had last year, and I can say now it looks like we've got a better defence. He's obviously tonight keeping it close to his chest, but he's very close to securing that last contract for an offensive forward. I think if he gets that part of the jigsaw right, we could be a team to be reckoned with this year. Not that we weren't last year, Let's see.
The first product of the junior system has made it all the way to the big show in Aaron Fox, and he's going to be backing up arguably one of the best netminders in the league in Scott Fankhauser. How big a step is it bringing both of those into the team?
I think it's a really big step. I think Fankhauser's he's got a good pedigree, he's got a good reputation, masses of experience. I think he'll be great for us. Aaron, well, I think Aaron's got a big bridge to cross here. I mean, let's be honest, he got very little time last year with us playing on the road an awful lot, them playing on the road an awful lot. He had the same as the Elite League team. He played very little towards the end of the season. So for Aaron, I think this is going to be a big test of character and a big step up for him. But I think there's a load of great people around him. I think he's got ambition, he's got passion. So let's see if he makes the step up,
Looking at the schedule for this forthcoming season, most of our games are taking place on a Sunday. There's a few weekends where we'll play in 2 games, but mostly it's 1 home and 1 away, which is going to be a big change from how it was in February of March of this past year. Having a consistent schedule, it's got to be good for the team.
It's good for the team and it's good for me because I don't need to see my psychiatrist as often. I mean, playing 15 games in whatever it was, 5-6 weeks was just too much for me. And it cost me an absolute fortune just getting some stability back in my life. But I know it's just as good for the team as it is for me, so we're all happy.
And all the good work done by the psychiatrist was undone on the karaoke night.
Really, yeah. I mean, it was just such a difficult evening for me. I mean, it was like being in a third dimension, a very strange place. But I've got over that now, and I'm feeling a bit better. And hopefully, the fans that were there are feeling better now as well.
Neil Morris, thank you very much.
You're welcome.